another video on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, unfortunately, as we talked about in the past video, that if we get a weekly candle close below this super trend line indicator, that is a confirmation that a huge trend reversal is happening for Bitcoin. And we already got this confirmation, this huge green line indicating a large bull cycle for Bitcoin is now flipping red, indicating that a huge or a large correction is happening for Bitcoin and likely the start of the bear market. If you look at this chart right here, you might say that we had similar correction or drop for Bitcoin for about 34% several times throughout this bull cycle. For example, we had 34% drop right here. We had another 32%, roughly 32% of drop for Bitcoin here. And now we got a drop of almost 30% from the top that happened in October 2025. Then none of these drops here and this one caused Bitcoin to enter a new bear market. But why everyone is calling a new bear market for Bitcoin, that now that we got a 30% drop for Bitcoin, but we already got even more than 30%, like 34% here, 32% drop here. Why this time everyone is saying that, well, we are entering a new bear market? Well, the reason is that Bitcoin always follow a 4-year cycle. And after following a 4-year cycle, Bitcoin has always, since Bitcoin existed, has always find its top for that bull cycle in Q4. For example, here in Q4 of 2025, November 2021, we got the top for Bitcoin and the beginning of new bear market. We had similar thing in 2017. We got the top in December 2017 and then beginning of the new bear market. And we are here again in the last year of the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin and in Q4 of 2025. So when we get this huge drop for Bitcoin, then that is likely the beginning of the new bear market or a large correction for Bitcoin, is simply because of these two facts. We are in the last year of the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin, and we are in the Q4 of 2025, or the last year, that Bitcoin has always find its top and started a new bear market. But I just wanted to put it out there that in case if Bitcoin closes this weekly candle above $103,000 and above the 50-week moving average and go above all the way to $112,000 maybe, then that's going to be a different scenario. That's going to be a different scenario, and we will talk about it if that happens. But for now, I think it's very unlikely, and the reason for that is because there's a lot of resistance along the way. All right, guys. I also wanted to talk about a smaller time frame for Bitcoin to see what's happening for Bitcoin in a smaller time frame. If you take a look at the RSI, daily RSI, it's sitting in oversold territory right now, and it's very likely that we will get a little bit of a bounce from here, because whenever it I mean, it sits in a oversold territory, then it always get a little bit of a bounce. So, and it's already started. As you can see right here, we're getting a little bit of a bounce from here. And also, but keep in mind that when we talk about the smaller time frame, that doesn't mean a huge reversal for Bitcoin. It's not gonna go to a new all-time high. We're not talking about that. We're just saying what's gonna happen for Bitcoin, like maybe in the next couple of days or possibly by next week. And so this RSI is indicating that maybe we'll get a little bit of a bounce from here. And also, if you take a look at the Bitcoin MACD, the 4-hour MACD is also flipping green, indicating that there is momentum for Bitcoin to get a little bit of relief and possibly a little bit of a bounce from here. And in the same time, if you look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, there is a huge amount of liquidity sitting right here around, let's take a look at it, around 96,000 to all the way to $98,000. So it is, I mean, likely, because market makers always like to push the Bitcoin price higher to take out these liquidity. So, and it's also aligned with the Bitcoin daily RSI, as well as the Bitcoin MACD, as I mentioned here, that we might get a little bit of bounce. And that's all I think I want to talk about in this video. Also, just let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. It has broken this trend line right from here, and it might find support around this area, but let's see. And I think this is good, as you all know, for Bitcoin, for the altcoins. When the Bitcoin dominance is going down, that is good for altcoins, because altcoins will outperform Bitcoin as the Bitcoin dominance go down. But we will watch this one closely to see what will happen in the next maybe couple of days, and we'll update you. All right, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for another video that's coming tomorrow. All right, have a good one.